The idea, simple as that, nothing else to it. Whereas in savings, you just safekeeping the money somewhere so that you can save up to a certain short-term goal, which could be a holiday, which could be for a rainy day, your washing machine that breaks down. It could be a rainy day, it could be, for example, a new car because your current car is like, repairing it is going to cost more than just buying a newly second-hand thing. Yeah, that's the whole idea. Whereas when you're trying to save up for a house, now can you call that savings? Because a house in most cases is over 100,000 euros already. I don't know about your country, but below 100,000 euros, the things that you can buy aren't really called a home anymore at some point. So yeah, so you need at least 100,000 euros to be able to buy a home. So is it saving up for a home, or is it actually investing such a way that you'll be able to buy a home? Now this is the interesting part. If you already know that you're planning to buy your home within 1 or 2 or 3 years, then most possibly it's a short-term goal. But if you know that you're totally fine for now, since you're only, 18 years old, and you're not planning to buy a house within 2 or 3 years, why not just invest the money that you have? Invest it so that you, in, for example, 7 years' time, can buy the home. Then you can start investing. If it's a short-term goal, I always say, if it's shorter than 2 years, absolutely short-term. Absolutely. If it's like 3 years, that's like the moment like, okay, maybe it's a good idea to invest, maybe it's a good idea to save up. But the moment is more than 3 years, I would absolutely say, dude, that's already a long term. You can let your money, let time take care of your money. That's already good enough. And if you believe, hey, so if I take a look at that, maybe there are more terms. There are more things that I could save up for. Now, there's one more thing that I would like to share with you. Why is there a difference between savings and investing? And why do we not teach, why does the world not teach us about investing? It's very simple. It's very simple. How many of you, now let me ask you the question, how many of you, like for example, you just watching right now, were you raised and brought up saying by your parents, honey, what is your next 10 years? What is your goal for the next 10 years? Are you raised being doing that? Are you being educated by asked the question, what are you going to do for the next 10 years? Where are you going to stand? Are you being educated that way? Ask yourself that question. It's a yes-no question. It's a very simple question. Have you been educated that way? Or did you have to educate yourself saying like, yeah, I had to teach myself, where do I stand in 10 years' time from now? Now that is a difference. Because you have been educated the short-term way. And this is something that you can't do anything about. You just need to meet the right people. When I was a professor, in the beginning of my career, I always told my students, good that you're here. I want to hear your 10-year plan. And all the students were laughing. They said, all the other professors don't ask that. Why would you ask that? I said, yes, well, it's because that nobody else asks you. I asked you this question. You know what happened to all those students? So I've been teaching for more than 13 years. Those students said, maybe a few years after the graduation, Lukas, I've achieved all the goals that we've written when I was in my first year in the university. I said, yeah, you know why? Because you set a goal. This is what we are not being taught in the educational world. We are not being taught how to handle long-term things because there are so many out there that said, we don't know, we can't predict the future. That's why trying to teach the long-term is not going to work out. This is the reason why you've never learned to invest. You're always learning to save up your money because you're being educated to think short-term. Now, if you want to make a difference right now, today, well, why not learn for the long term now? First thing that I would give you right now, what is your goal in 10 years from today? Have you ever thought about that? Very good. Of course, this is it for today's video. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. I would like that very much if you do so, of course. And of course, if you like this video very much and you think, hey, my friends and family and colleagues should also watch this video, please share this video with them as well, because if we share this video, our community will grow every day very easily, just by the thanks of you. Now, if you believe, hey, Lucas, I got a question about the long-term or the short-term thinking, well, of course, I would like to invite you. Just send me a message, give me a comment in the video, in the video down below here in comments. And of course, if you think, I need to send a private message, you can always DM me through all social media platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or Instagram, wherever you see me on, of course. And if you like this video and all the content I'm sharing here, check out my website, lukasshoe.com. You'll find more cool stuff like this. Hey, and if you like this, of course, like I said, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you on a next video.